friends, welcome back to a brand new episode. I am your host, Zayden, and today I thought we would take a little trip down memory lane and go to present day because it is officially been 2 months since the Game Master 2 released on YouTube. And I thought today, let's talk a little bit about that. Let's see how me and Charlie started the franchise and how we made the sequel. We're going to be talking about that in this video. And real quick before we start, I just want you guys to see, I got my Game Master hoodie. Like, we're going all out today. So we're going to do that in this video. I'm very excited to tell you guys this story because there's a lot about this story that you guys don't know. So real quick, if you guys do enjoy this video, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Also click the bell so you don't miss notifications. And with that being said, let's get right into it. The story starts in May of 2023, when I have just come back from the arcade with my mom, and I was already at the time thinking of what new movie I wanted to make next. And naturally, my mind went to an arcade game movie, so I thought about it, and the more and more I thought about it, that's where I got the idea for the Game Master, making a movie about a kid who is so passionate about arcade games, but the problem is he lives in a world where nobody cares about him anymore. But when he gets fired from his job, he actually takes this as an opportunity to try and revive arcade games to the world. The way he does that is he teams up with an old video game legend, Todd Modus, famous for running game tech in the 80s. Unfortunately, his company fell apart in modern day. So he teams up with Todd Modus, and they're successfully able to bring back arcade games to the modern world, while also reestablishing game tech as a popular company and making Todd Modus, instead of a depressed man, a happy man again, and making him realize why he even started all this in the first place. Now, when I pitched the idea to Charlie, he was very interested, but of course, he was very reluctant to do it. We were both very cautious about doing the project because we didn't know if it would work, we didn't know if it would sit with people, because we didn't really know if people would care. But after some time of kind of throwing around saying, okay, I think we want to try this. So we tried it, we released it on YouTube, we were hoping for the best, and of course, I checked the next day, it's blowing up, it's doing great. And I tell Charlie about this. I'm like, yo, dude, the movie's doing great. And we were so happy. We were hugging. We were just so happy that it was doing successful. And then a little after, I think a few weeks after the movie came out, I was on doing some live streams. And I was kind of telling you guys, hey, I don't really plan on doing a sequel. We're proud of it as a standalone movie. That leads us into the next section of this video. So 2 months after me and Charlie's movie became a success on YouTube, I'm enjoying my life. I'm on vacation when one day I'm sitting in my camper on a camping trip, right? And I'm thinking about the movie because I'm still so happy it was a success. That's where my mind goes to Todd Modus. I thought about Todd Modus. I don't really know why. I thought about his character so much, on how there was so much about that character that we set up in the original film that hasn't been explored. Hence why I got the idea for a Game Master prequel set in the 1980s focusing on Todd Modus. Now, when I first pitched it to Charlie, he was like the first one. He was very, very interested. This was a project he was very keen on telling, and we were both very interested in telling. So the original script for the Retro Game Master went through multiple rewrites. There were multiple ideas that I was trying to throw out there. So eventually we did land on a story that we wanted to tell, and I pitched it to Charlie and I pitched it to Logan. They really liked it. So we started production, and as soon as the movie came out, fans loved it. My family especially loved it. They loved how it expanded the world, it expanded the lore, it told the story of a guy who took something that he loved so much and actually made a whole career out of it, and really just expressed his love of arcade games to the world. They loved it. And after the prequel, me and Charlie, we didn't intend on doing more. We intended on just telling that story, and then that was kind of that. But of course, due to the success of the Retro Game Master, me and Charlie's minds went to, well, what's next? Now, you guys remember earlier when I said that in live streams after the Game Master release back in 2023, I claimed I didn't really want to make a sequel. I was perfectly fine with how the original movie ended. But then, of course, we got the idea for the prequel. That came out. That was a big hit. So naturally, me and Charlie thought of new ways to continue the story. And of course, our minds went to a sequel. But the problem was we didn't really want to do a sequel because we didn't know where the story would go. But after some more, me and him met up in person multiple times to discuss this. And after a couple, I think it was 3 meetups that we couldn't really decide on the story. So we decided to take a break for 3 months. But then 3 months later, I got multiple ideas for a sequel, and I pitched them to Charlie, and he said he wanted to see me think of this more, and then when I thought about it more, then come back to him, and then we can discuss it more. So then I thought about it. There were 3 ideas for a sequel. The third one is the one we decided to go with. I guess I will actually tell you guys. So the first idea was that it could follow Zachary in college, but we didn't really, after some time thinking about that, we were like, no, not that, I don't think it works. Then there was another one, the second idea was dealing with Chuck from the Retro Game Master. He was going to appear in this movie and help Todd and Zachary at Game Tech. That was going to be really interesting, but Charlie thought about it and they said, yeah, no. But then I got the idea. It was kind of a group effort though. This was the third idea. It was kind of more of a collaboration. This was the idea that we were desperately wanting to do. We, for the third idea, thought about having 2 troubled kids who had immense skill in video games, but were really, really troubled. We thought it would be so cool if Todd and Zachary mentor those kids and show them you can use the skill you have and turn it into something good. Kind of like what the prequel did. Todd turned something he loved into a career. Zachary used, and in the original film, Zachary used one of his best features, his creativity, and did something with it. And in this film, we thought it'd be so interesting if they could teach that to some younger kids who don't think they have any futures ahead of them and use their skill to do something good. And naturally, so we wrote a script, we loved the script, we began casting. I cast my cousin Braden and my cousin Ella and my father. And we started shooting, and throughout shooting, it was really, really fun. We had so much fun shooting the movie. And then, of course, when the movie came out, it, of course, became a massive hit in the first day. My fans loved it. My friends, my family, everyone just loved it. Everyone, like, this is when I think the franchise was honestly at its peak. Like, people were just loving it. And it really did made me really happy knowing, like, I had in the past, but as soon as I made this franchise, it kind of showed me, like, I even turned something I love into a trilogy. Like, we have a whole trilogy of movies now. It's not the complete trilogy, but like we have a whole trilogy of films now. And to me, that really is something special. And if there's one thing that the Game Master franchise should teach us all, and it especially taught me when I was making it, is that you should always embrace what you love, and what you love, you can turn that into something more. Well, my friends, that is going to wrap up today's short video. I really hope you guys enjoyed hearing the story and the history of the Game Master franchise, seeing where we started, where we made it. And yeah, so I hope you guys did enjoy. If you guys did enjoy, make sure, again, hit that subscribe button. Join the world of Zayden. It's a wonderful place to be. Have a blessed day, everyone.